Lucky Dog, and right behind them is Willie Allen. Allen is 2 laps down in 20th position. Racing for ALS on the hood of his car. A great story. Not great from the standpoint of the fact that Willie lost his father to the disease, but that Willie has taken the cause up and saying, we're going to do whatever we can to raise money to fight Lou Gehrig's disease. We wish him well. Whoa, Stenhouse. And here comes Wallace right back on him. This is for 11th on the racetrack. Stenhouse is trying to get his 3rd straight top 10 finish for the first time ever in his career. And he's racing like there's 15 laps to go, which there is.
It's actually 14.
14 now. The race leader's just past stripe.
Yeah, but Stenhouse, he kind of got forced up there a little while ago up to the high side. He'd been running around the bottom most of the race, but he got forced up there in traffic, and so he's able to make up some time there. So he's making that high side work. He might get to the top 10.
Okay, they're in clean air. Let's check the leaders. Speeds at the line. This time by. Here they come.
We'll see what they have.
1, 2, and 3.
Just the way they're running.
Shows you the gap a little bit further back as the laps continue to wind down here. The battle for 5th place is what we're looking at right now. That's Trevor Bayne trying to hold off Paul Menard.
I'm sure if Kyle Busch ever goes back and watches these races and listens to us sometimes, he'd probably think, what are those guys talking about? Thinking these guys are going to catch me.
Well, every now and then they do.
Yeah, 4 times they don't, though.
I'll tell you what, Trevor Bayne is probably going to be counting his lucky stars when his crew talks to him about the number of close calls they had with tires today when those cautions came out right at the perfect time for them.
Yeah, they did catch a few breaks in that first run. He almost blew that right front tire, but they got it off of there, and like I said, he got a few breaks after that.
Michael Annett wants the 15th position from Brad Keselowski.
Like he might get it.
And he does. He clears him. Kevin Harvick gets around Paul Menard, so move Harvick up to the 6th position.
Not too bad for a car that was headed to the garage area a while ago with smoke coming out the windows.
Yeah, he came in and got those fresh tires that last caution, and he's making those work. He's trying to drive his way back into the top 5 now.
Let's check on Ricky Stenhouse because he's closing on Ryan Newman. Those tires are finally starting to catch up with Ryan. He has drifted back from the race lead. He is now running in 9th, and Stenhouse is closing, and here comes Stephen Wallace as well.
Yeah, Stenhouse going to try to use that groove that Ryan Newman's been using up on the higher side and see if he can make that pass.
The view from Stephen Wallace.
Gives you a little bit of an idea of how you drive uphill out of these corners. It's what you fight. You've got the banking, and then it flattens out, even though the straightaways are still banked 9 degrees.
You see Brian Scott also giving the 66 a look. Brian won the truck race here at Dover back in May a year ago. Right now he's got his hands full. Lap traffic of Eric McClure being cleared by first Ryan Newman, then Ricky Stenhouse. Eric giving plenty of ground. McClure's running 29th right now, 6 laps down. How about the battle again for 5th? Trevor Bayne has it. Kevin Harvick wants it.
Yeah, and he has fresher tires and a lot of experience on young Trevor Bayne. I think that's going to prevail right here.
And he does clear him. So move Harvick back into the top 5. The laps continue to wind down. It is 6 laps this time by, and of course for Kyle Busch, he's looking to make another page of history in the NASCAR record book. Let's check in on this radio.
We're not going to make it. I've had a vibration since 15 to go. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. We ain't going to make it.
It's pretty pessimistic right there. He must feel like he has a right front issue maybe, or maybe a loose wheel. I'm not sure what he's feeling.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we talk about that lower air pressure. Something he's tried to get out there and get those leads.
Like that, we're going to do this right here. We're going to do it.
Could have run it a little bit hard. You see right there, you got the left front down off the track and shot him up a little bit, but he's still running
his lap time.
Anybody else?
Yeah, his lap times are right there, so I think he's fine.
5 laps to go. Is there a problem on the 18? There's Joey Logano. It could be another 1-2 finish for Joe Gibbs Racing in another 4 laps. Carl Edwards a 1.5 seconds behind the race leader in 3rd. last lap, both cars, Joe Gibbs, Toyotas ran identical 24.8-second laps. Now this time there'll be 3 laps remaining. And the last time Kyle Busch led over 100 laps and failed to win was Kansas last October. Guess who went on to win? Joey Logano, the guy riding right behind him. But Kyle has led 188 laps today. Logano has led 4.
Yeah, and he's going to encounter a little more lap traffic here. Just be a matter of where he catches him. Does it slow him down? You can see Joey Logano's catching him. He's got it down to a half second here right now.
3/10 that last lap.
Edwards is also closing in. And Kyle does have lap traffic. 2 cars that he's going to have to maneuver through. The 09 of Kelly Byers. Byers gives him room.
Here comes Logano charging through the center of the corner, though.
We're going to have one more lap to get it done.
White flag is out. Does Kyle Busch make the record stick? Logano wants a piece of it, but he's running out of racetrack.
Still there.
Down the back straightaway for the final time. Kyle Busch, Joey Logano. It could be and will be the 11th time that Joe Gibbs Racing is going to finish 1-2. Coming around the corner, 41st win is Nationwide Series.
11 right there, boys.
And he's got the record.
There we go. All right. Woo.
Carl Edwards comes home in 3rd, and you can see how far back it is to Reed Sorensen in 4th. Rounding out the top 5, it will be Kevin Harvick.
Joe's going to get his picture taken.
Here comes a battle. Stephen Wallace, and he holds off Brian Scott for the 12th position.
You are awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
But whatever problem Kyle had in that race car, it wasn't enough to keep him from winning.
I'm not sure he wouldn't mess with those guys. And the rest of the field today, he really had a good car all day long. Nobody could really mount a true charge against him.
Yeah, I can tell you, I was racing against Sam Hart in 1983 in the Busch Series at that time. And thought that was just phenomenal, winning those 10 races, and wasn't sure that record would ever be broken. Of course, Kyle tied it just a couple of years ago, but man, this young man is just phenomenal talent. Just a matter of where he's going to set this record now before we get to the end of the season. He's going to have a few more chances.
Well, and we pointed out a while back, I mean, if he had run every race this year, he would be the points leader. But, of course, it has been a limited schedule. You can hear the crowd. A few boos, but for the most part, a lot of cheers, because I think they realize 11 wins in a season, a new record. And he's done it in 23 races this year. This is race number 28 on the schedule, but he hasn't run 5 of them.
Yeah, that's batting almost 50% there. That's pretty good. I don't care what division you're racing in.
And he's got the burnout process down pretty good, too.
Well, he's had a lot of practice. There's no doubt about that.
It'll be the 14th win for Toyota at this track. They lead Chevy, who has 6, Dodge with 5, and Ford with 3.
And he's got them lit up right there. Fans are loving it.
And that's in 2010, I should point out. I think I said at this track. That's for the season. 14th win for Toyota. Wow. Yeah, where is he in that pile of smoke? There he is.
Uh-oh, radio cord needs to be unplugged. There we go.
Of course, he'll do what he always does, head over to the flag stand to get the flag, and we'll get the traditional bow. Although,
that thing wants to keep moving when he's got it in park.
Yeah, they didn't want to roll it back into the wall. And it is. It's trying to creep on him there. There it goes. He's going, okay, give me a chalk or something to weight this thing down. All right, well, we're going to step aside for a moment because Kyle's car might get damaged without him behind the wheel. Well, Kyle had trouble keeping the car from rolling back into the wall. Remember, the straightaway is still banked at 9 degrees, and you can see there 10 plus 1 equals 11. And yes, the traditional bow. Thank you very much. Let's show you the ticket to the race because we've got